hard-fought win against a hardened football side.
How do you explain the seesawing nature of the contest tonight?
Well, it would have been seesawing if we had a kick straight. I think we controlled enough of the ball to put it beyond their reach when we were 5 in front, but even 5 in front meant that I think we're 4 goals 6 in front. And our set shots were something to be erased, hopefully, from our bank for following 10 games, whatever we've got left. Can't explain. I don't think anyone can explain how we can miss shots on goal like some of the ones we missed.
When we're kicking the pocket, were there other aspects of the game that were disappointed with?
Well, if those goals, and if, life's full of ifs and buts and maybes, but there wouldn't have been too many things going wrong with the game had we continued to build the lead, but then sometimes you get sapped in confidence. There's a few players actually punched the ball when they could have marked the ball. Some hand pass when they're having shots on goal. I normally would have had shots on goal. So it's amazing how sometimes things that go wrong can sap an enormous amount of confidence out of that one player and perhaps have a domino effect on a few other players. But as I said before, it's a credit to Sydney. I've never been anything but in awe of the Sydney Football Club, their players, the way they go about it, their coaches. They play hard, they play fair, they play finals footy. Every time you play them, you know that what you can expect. If you're lucky enough to make September, go back, revisit your Sydney game, because that's what it's all about.
You would have been happy with the last 10, 15 minutes, though, Mick, you really steady, and Sydney could have overrun you there.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, I was. I wasn't. I can be very disappointed with the execution, but no one means to disappoint. No one missed a point. No one means to miss a goal, but if I said that the two things that probably are uncharacteristic would be, one, our contested ball, we got beaten, which would be one of the very few times we've been beaten contested ball. Two, bear with me, there was something else. Just trying to think what it was now, but whatever it was quite major. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Contested balls near, or it might have been tackle count actually, when I think about it. 6-1, 73-74, but certainly contested ball.
You've only lost
but
one in the last 30.
Well, whatever it is, but if you had to predict a game, the way Sydney play is always going to stretch you out. And I don't know whether we've really adjusted to their style enough to... It's a great lesson. I quite frankly, I personally really enjoyed playing against Sydney as a coach and coaching aside, and I think our boys enjoy it because it's one of those games that they leave nothing to chance. They take everything out with them and they come off totally exhausted, and our blokes are absolutely the same. And I think that the admiration is built from us competitors and us that look at the game from a distance, in my case the coach from a distance. So there's a lot to like about beating Sydney because they keep coming at you. And when we had that lead, that should have been extended, but once they got it back, and as you say, we were able to steady at the end. I think that was fairly significant.
Clive took the steadying mark. It was good at the end. He iced the game with a contested mark on the wing. Fair game by Clive.
A fantastic game. I think he'd like to have that other one in the goal square in the game, but Trav's been in fair nick. He needs Dawsey now just to cement his game. But Chris has endured a few weeks of pain with some injuries, which are now slowly resolving, and I think that we'll get the best out of Chris Dawes over the next few weeks. And who else? Lee Brown needed to step up. I didn't think he played a great game today, but he competed reasonably well. but clearly we need a bit more from other forwards to help out.
How's Alan Didak? Did you suffer any other injuries?
Yeah, this surprisingly, with a week off, we've probably got 3 or 4 blokes that cramped. Some badly, some not so badly. Some could go back on, some we just didn't take a risk with.
We make a lot about Sydney haven't been the top 4 team yet this year. They probably won't make the top 4 at this stage, but are they a type of team that you hate to run into come finals time because of the way they do play?
Oh, we respect, we don't fear, we respect all sides. And as I've already indicated, we respect Sydney for what they've been and what they are. I had personal connection with 3 of the boys, albeit a very small connection with the Irish, coaching the Irish series, against the Irish rather. And Kieran Jack, unfortunately for him, got injured, but Adam Goods, one of the reasons why made him captain was exactly how he played today. That's one of the reasons. And Jerry McVeigh, well, picked him as well. They had 2 of the 3 had days out on us.
What did you make of the playing surface tonight? It didn't look very good. Did the players say anything about the shiftiness or anything to do with the surface tonight?
No, not at all. I thought the surface looked pretty good to me.
So Did's just cramped, is it? Nothing more than that?
Not that we're aware of.
Should be right.
Sunday night, Saturday night after a game that's just finished half hour ago. You know what? I'm loath to start to get too tied up in who's injured, who's not injured, because too often you get it wrong, particularly just straight after a game.